A brief history of sushi and why it's so popular today. Hello and welcome to Crazy Food History, where we explore the world of food and drink. No matter what you drink with it, a glass of sake, a cocktail, a glass of wine, or anything else, sushi offers a unique and flavorful way to eat. The cold, firm fish, rice, sauce, and other ingredients make it a unique and delicious dish. In the last century or so, sushi has quickly become one of the most popular dishes around the world. You can find sushi restaurants all over the world, but especially in the United States, where there are more than 4,000 sushi restaurants. But where did this tasty dish come from, and how did it become so popular in America? Who's to blame for sushi's popularity? Let's find out in today's video. Sushi is a Japanese dish that has gained immense popularity worldwide. It's a culinary art form that combines vinegared rice, known as shari, with a variety of ingredients such as raw or cooked seafood, vegetables, and sometimes tropical fruits. The combination of flavors, textures, and colors in sushi creates a unique dining experience. There are several types of sushi that have evolved over time. Nigiri sushi is perhaps the most recognizable form, consisting of a small mound of rice topped with a slice of fresh seafood or other ingredients. Maki sushi, also known as sushi rolls, involves wrapping the rice and fillings in a sheet of seaweed called nori. Tamaki sushi is similar to maki sushi but is hand-rolled into a cone shape. Other types include chirashi sushi, which features a bowl of sushi rice topped with various ingredients, and oshi sushi, where rice and toppings are pressed into a rectangular mold. The origins of sushi can be traced back to ancient Japan, where it originated as a preservation technique. In the 8th century, people in Southeast Asia discovered that fermenting fish with rice helped preserve the fish during the process. And this method was brought further to Japan and further developed. In the Muromachi period, the 14th to 16th century, sushi began to take the form we recognize today. At that time, sushi was still consumed as a preservation method, with the rice being discarded and only the fish consumed. The development of vinegared rice during the Edo period, from 17th to 19th century, revolutionized sushi. The rice was now flavored with vinegar, salt, and sugar, giving it a pleasant tanginess and acting as a preservative. Sushi gained popularity among the working class in Edo, now Tokyo, due to its affordability and convenience. Street vendors and sushi stalls emerged, serving sushi to hungry locals. Skilled sushi chefs honed their techniques and craftsmanship, elevating sushi from a practical food to a delicacy. Naretsushi, a form of preserved fish, is considered the precursor to modern sushi. This ancient style of sushi was enjoyed in Japan for centuries before the sushi we know today emerged. Naretsushi involves fermenting fish with rice and salt for an extended period, sometimes up to several years. The fermentation process resulted in a pungent and strong flavored fish, which was highly valued for its umami taste. Naretsushi was typically consumed as a snack or served as a topping for rice. The development of sushi was also influenced by Chinese and Southeast Asian cuisines. During the 7th and 8th centuries, trade between Japan and China flourished, and along with it, the exchange of culinary techniques and ingredients. The Japanese adopted Chinese methods of pickling fish, which contributed to the preservation methods used in early sushi. Additionally, the influence of Southeast Asian cuisines, particularly from the countries around the South China Sea, played a significant role in shaping sushi. The use of rice as a staple food, the incorporation of raw fish in dishes, and the practice of wrapping food in leaves or seaweed were all elements that made their way into the development of sushi. The combination of preservation techniques, the influence of Chinese and Southeast Asian cuisines, and the gradual evolution of naretsushi set the foundation for the future innovations in sushi. As time went on, sushi continued to evolve, incorporating new ingredients, flavors, and techniques, eventually leading to the emergence of the sushi we enjoy today. Sushi made its initial foray into the United States in the mid-20th century. Following World War II, increased international travel and cultural exchange led to American servicemen stationed in Japan discovering and developing a taste for sushi. As they returned home, they brought their newfound appreciation for this Japanese delicacy with them. Sushi was initially embraced by Japanese communities in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, where small sushi bars catered to the local Japanese population. During the late 20th century, sushi gradually gained popularity among non-Japanese audiences in the Western world. In the 1970s and 1980s, sushi began to emerge as a trendy and exotic food choice, appealing to adventurous eaters and those seeking healthier options. The aesthetic presentation, freshness of ingredients, and emphasis on minimalistic flavors resonated with Western palates. The proliferation of Japanese restaurants and sushi bars outside of Japan further contributed to sushi's rise in popularity. Sushi chefs, both Japanese and non-Japanese, introduced innovative twists such as incorporating local ingredients and adapting sushi to regional tastes. This culinary fusion expanded the appeal of sushi beyond traditional boundaries. The globalization of sushi was further propelled by the advent of sushi chains and fusion cuisine. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, sushi chains began to emerge, offering affordable and standardized sushi to a wider audience. These chains streamlined the sushi making process and introduced conveyor belt sushi, where plates of sushi rotate on a conveyor belt, allowing customers to select their desired dishes. Sushi offers several nutritional benefits that have contributed to its popularity as a healthy food choice. Firstly, it is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are beneficial for heart health and brain function. Fish varieties commonly used in sushi, such as salmon, tuna, and mackerel, are excellent sources of these essential fatty acids. Additionally, sushi often incorporates nutrient-dense ingredients like seaweed, which provides vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Furthermore, sushi is generally low in calories and fat compared to many other cuisines. The portion sizes are typically moderate, and the focus on lean proteins and fresh vegetables provides a well-rounded and balanced meal. However, it's important to note that certain sushi options, such as those with deep-fried ingredients or excessive mayonnaise-based sauces, can be higher in calories and should be consumed in moderation. One of the captivating aspects of sushi is its visual appeal and artistic presentation. Skilled sushi chefs meticulously craft each piece, considering color, texture, and arrangement. The vibrant colors of fresh fish, the contrasting hues of vegetables, and the delicate placement of garnishes contribute to the aesthetic beauty of sushi. Sushi is often arranged on a plate or sushi platter in an appealing and harmonious manner, enhancing the overall dining experience. The artistry extends beyond the visual aspect to the precise technique and skill involved in sushi preparation. Sushi chefs undergo years of training to master knife skills, rice preparation, and ingredient selection. The delicate balance of flavors, the perfect ratio of rice to topping, and the seamless integration of various ingredients exemplify the craftsmanship and dedication of sushi chefs. The cultural appeal of sushi extends beyond its taste and presentation. It encompasses the rituals and etiquette associated with its consumption. From the proper way to hold chopsticks to the correct use of soy sauce and wasabi, there's a sense of reverence and tradition when enjoying sushi. The health benefits, aesthetic appeal, and cultural significance of sushi have collectively contributed to its enduring popularity and global appeal. As a result, sushi continues to captivate the taste buds and spark curiosity about Japanese food culture among people of various backgrounds. We hope you enjoyed this brief exploration.
So in today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to become a master sushi chef. You can make sushi at home, it's really simple, you can master the art so quick and it tastes delicious. First thing we're going to do is I've got 500 grams of sushi rice. Now if you follow the instructions on the packet, you really cannot go wrong. What we're doing here is just washing all the starch from the outside of the rice. We don't want it to go too sticky, so we just keep rinsing and repeating. It takes about 3 or 4 times until all the starch is gone. Just keep washing it until the water goes clear. You want to get your hands in there and give it a right good massage. So once the water is clear, we're just going to drain it off. Now to cook it, I've got 500 grams of rice here. To that I'm going to add 660 millilitres of water. Pop a lid on it, we're going to put it onto a stove, bring it up to a boil, then turn it down and simmer for 10 minutes. Once it's simmered for 10 minutes, we're going to leave it to stand for 10 minutes. Don't take the lid off. While that's cooking, we're going to get on with making the vinegar. So 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, then you want 4 tablespoons of a nice rice vinegar. Give that a really good stir together to make sure that it's all dissolved and incorporated. And once your rice is done, this is what it looks like. It's nice and sticky, but it's also nice individual pieces. Now I put mine here into a bowl. It's better off to put it onto a flat surface if you can, because you want to try and cool it down. But as you're stirring it, just keep putting in a teaspoon of your vinegar until all your vinegar's gone and it's well incorporated over the rice. So I've got here some carrot, some cucumber and some spring onion. You can put inside the sushi whatever you like, it's entirely up to you. I've got some skinless salmon here. Now to be safe, if you're going to eat salmon raw, unless it's just come out of the water, what I recommend you do is freeze it first, then defrost it, then it should be safe to eat. Just cut that into nice long strips. I'm also going to be using some smoked mackerel. I like the flavour of the smoked mackerel inside sushi, I think it's absolutely delicious. This couldn't be simpler to do, all you do is just cut down the middle, and then just push to a side and the fish will come away from the skin. You can use the skin if you like, but I think it's a little bit too chewy inside of a nice soft sushi roll, so I take mine off. Now we're ready to assemble. So get yourself some clean water, this is really important. And this is a nori roll, which is basically seafood. Seafood, seaweed even. So there's a shiny side and there's a rough side. We're going to put our rice onto the rough side. When we put our rice on, I'm going to leave a 1-inch gap at the top. This is so that when we roll it, the nori sheet sticks together. So you can see that the rice is ultra sticky, sticking to my fingers, so that's where you dip it into the water, and that makes it easy to spread. So put your ingredients down the centre. Like I say, it's entirely up to you, whatever you put inside. I'm just doing this just to show you. So I've got some salmon, some mackerel. I'll go in there with some cucumber, and a little bit of spring onion. Now in my opinion, whenever you're using a smoked fish inside of a sushi, you have to go deep and you've got to have some sriracha sauce on it. Love the spice that comes through and the garlic goes really well. So this is how we roll it. So your top end here wants to overlap to the end of the ingredients. That's going to be your first roll and it's your most important roll. Once they meet up at the end like that, what you're going to do is just apply some pressure. So most of the pressure is going to be applied by your fingertips and just a little bit on the top to hold it down. Once that's together there like that, that's your first roll done. All you want to do then is just go for another half roll and do the same again. Apply some pressure to form the shape. Only thing that's left over then is that 1 inch that you've left over in the nori. This will just seal it together, so the last roll, apply pressure again, job done. So that's how you make a simple sushi roll. What I'm going to show you now is how to make a California roll, which is basically the same as that but inside out. So you want some cling film over your mat. This stops the rice from sticking. Nori the same as you did before. This time I'm going to smear the rice all over the outside, you don't need to leave a gap. And then if you just very carefully flip it over, I lost a little bit of rice there, but most of it will stick to the outside. It's nothing to worry about, just tuck it back under. The same thing again, put the ingredients down the middle, roll it over, but like I say, this time the rice is going to be on the outside. Just sprinkle that with some sesame seeds on the outside and you've got a beautiful California roll. Honestly guys, making sushi, it's a lot easier than what you think. You really should try it and give it a go. Now it's time to the slicing, so you want a razor sharp knife and make sure it's wet. So a wet knife will just go straight through the rice. Look at that for a money shot. Oh, absolutely amazing. So keep cutting it in half and then half again, etc, etc, until you've got all evenly shaped pieces. And then the best bit about making sushi as a chef, when that little end bit that's all saggy that nobody wants, don't throw it away, it tastes just as good as all the rest of the roll. So I always just eat that bit. And that's it guys, that's how you make super simple homemade sushi. Give it a go guys, thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel to become part of the family, and I'll see you guys in my next video.